Hello and welcome back to the Creator's Angle. I'm your host, Big Phil. Let me describe a video I see all the time on Instagram. A drone goes up to 100 meters, stops, looks around for 10 seconds and comes down. I call this the flying tripod, and honestly, it's boring. The whole point of a drone is movement. Movement creates dynamics. It brings the image to life. When you add motion, especially what I called layered motion, where you are moving past a foreground object to reveal the background, you physically pull the viewer into the screen. They feel immersed in the story and emotions you want to express. Today, I'm going to stop you from being a flying tripod. I'm sharing the exact settings I use to get silky smooth footage, and I'm breaking down the 5 essential drone shots that every single creator must master to turn their footage into cinema. Before we launch, we need to tune our instrument. You cannot get cinematic shots if your drone is jerky. First, go into your controller settings. You need to adjust the yaw and gimbal pitch speed. You want to lower these sensitivities so that when you turn the drone or tilt the camera, it starts and stops like a luxury car, not like a go-kart. You want 0 sudden stops. Second, you need to respect the light. To get that neutral, human eye motion blur, you must follow the 180-degree shutter rule. This means if you're filming at 25 frames per second, your shutter speed must be double that, 1/50th. In bright daylight, the only way to do this without overexposing your image is by using ND filters. Think of them as sunglasses for your drone. They're non-negotiable for cinematic video. And finally, choose your flight mode wisely. For a beautiful, smooth shots, I almost always use a cine mode. It slows the drone down and makes mistakes harder to make. Normal mode is great but gives you less room for error. And sport mode, I only use that for chasing fast objects like motorbikes or cars, mainly cars. But be warned, in sport mode your obstacle avoidance sensors are turned off. You're flying without a safety net. Bear that in mind. Okay, the drone is tuned, let's fly. Here are the 5 shots I use in almost every project. Shot number 1, the reveal. This is your curtain raiser. To do this, I fly forward at a low speed while simultaneously tilting the gimbal up and flying the drone up. I love to fly towards a building, a tree line or a hill, using it as a shield to hide the view, and then boom! I clear the obstacle and reveal the epic landscape behind it. It's classic, for a reason. Shot number 2, the bird's eye. This is where we look straight down at the ground, 90 degrees. I usually fly anywhere between 40 and 100 meters high. But don't just hover. I like to add a gentle gimbal movement, or even better, fly it sideways while looking down. It reveals the bigger picture and turns the ground into an abstract painting. Shot number 3. The orbit. This is circulating a subject while keeping them in the center. For beginners, don't be a hero. Use the spotlight function or the automated quick shot modes. Let the drone do the work, but for advanced pilots, try this. Start an orbit close to your subject, and as you circle, pull back and increase your distance. It creates a dynamic spiral that looks incredible. If you are currently picturing these shots in your head and itching to go fly, do me a favor and hit subscribe or follow right now. And on Spotify, I have a question for you in the poll. Do you fly manually or do you trust the auto modes? Be honest. Shot number 4, the tracking shot. This is flying sideways to follow a subject, like a car or a runner. Now, this is difficult. On my older DJI Mini 3 Pro, which is 3-year-old, I have to be extremely careful because it doesn't have sideways sensors. I have to scout the location first to make sure I won't hit a tree or a power line. If you have the new Mini 4 or 5 Pro with 360-degree avoidance sensors, this is much easier, but never get complacent. Always scout your line of view. Shot number 5, the reverse reveal. This is my favorite way to end a video. You start close to the subject, maybe it's you or a house, and you fly backwards and upwards. You're telling the viewer, that's end of the story, as you reveal the massive world around the subject. And the good news, most drones have rear sensors, so flying backwards is actually safer than flying sideways. How do you master these? You can't just read about them, you need muscle memory. Find a large, flat, open area, away from people, away from water. Fly to a safe altitude, maybe 20 to 50 meters, and just practice combining your stick movements. Push the left stick up, pull the right stick back, and tilt the gimbal wheel all at the same time. Practice, practice, practice. Simple as that. And please fly responsibly. Follow your local regulations. Do not practice over crowds. Do not practice over lakes until you're confident, because the obstacle avoidance systems over water, they can show different things. And by different things, I mean they might not be totally accurate. My final advice is this. If you're just starting, don't be afraid of the auto functions. They're there to help you get the shot safely. The more you fly, the better you'll get. So don't be afraid. Just keep it safe, keep it legal, and get it up in the air. Next week is a big one. It's our massive holiday special. I'm combining my Christmas gift guide with a tutorial on how to film cinematic holiday memories. If you're shopping for a creator or yourself, you cannot miss it. I've put links to the ND filters and the drones I recommend in the show notes. Please subscribe, leave a rating and vote in the poll. Until next week, keep looking for your angle.